Hi everyone. In this video we're going to introduce Unit 7, which is entitled Celebrations. First, let's define the word celebration. So celebration is a special or a social event, such as a party when people celebrate something. In other words, a celebration is an opportunity or an occasion when people create joy and have fun. So it's a way to be entertained and to be amused. Celebrations can be classified into 5 types. So a celebration can either be national, local, Western, religious, or international. Now, by national celebrations, we mean those events that are celebrated by everybody in the country. An example in Morocco is the Independence Day. The Independence Day is an event which is celebrated by everyone in the country. Another example is the Green March. The Green March is an event which is celebrated by everyone in the country. So these are 2 examples of national celebrations. Now the second type of celebrations, the local one. So local celebrations are those events that are celebrated by a particular group of people in a certain city or in a certain village or region. Let's take the example of the Festival of Roses in Qalat Maguna. So this event, this festival is organized in the city of Qalat Maguna and it's celebrated by its inhabitants. We can for sure have visitors, so some people can visit the festival, but it is located in that city. Now if you want to celebrate, you have to go to Qalat Maguna. You cannot find the same festival at the same time in another city in Morocco. So local celebrations are celebrated in a particular city. Now let's move to Western celebrations. Now Western celebrations are events that are celebrated by people of other countries. For example, in America and Canada, they celebrate Halloween. So Halloween is an event which is not celebrated in Morocco or Algeria or Tunisia. So these are events that are celebrated by foreign people, by foreign countries. Another example is Christmas. So Christmas is an event when Christian people, Christian countries celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. So Halloween and Christmas are 2 types of Western or foreign events and celebrations. Now let's move to religious celebrations. Religious celebrations are events that are celebrated by religious people or religious groups. In the Muslim world, we have Ramadan, for example. So Ramadan is an occasion when people thank God, thank Allah, so they express gratefulness to Allah, so by fasting, by praying, by reciting the Quran, etc. So this is a religious event, a religious celebration. Another religious celebration in the Muslim world is Eid al-Adha. So Eid al-Adha is considered to be religious or an opportunity when people thank Allah and express their gratefulness for the good things He has given them. So Eid al-Adha Ramadan are two examples of religious events we have in the Muslim world. Now, for international celebrations, international celebrations in general are those events or those occasions when all the countries of the world celebrate. So all the people in different parts of the world can celebrate. An example is the New Year's Day. So on the New Year's Day, so everyone in different parts of the world celebrate. So it's the end of a year. So a new year will start. So people try to enjoy themselves and celebrate that event. Another example can be Mother's Day. So it's a day when everyone tries to thank his mother, to give her some gifts, etc. So these are types, or these are examples of international days or international celebrations or events. So an international celebration or an international event is an occasion when everyone in different countries can celebrate. Now let's move to an exercise. So here you have a list of celebrations and occasions. You have also a table. So try to classify these celebrations according to these types: local, national, international, religious, or Western. So you have Ramadan, Independence Day, Mother's Day, Eid al-Fitr, Gnawa Music Festival, the Green March, Festival of Roses, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is an event in America and other Christian countries like Canada, where when people cook some beautiful food in order to thank Allah for the good things they have in their lives. International Women's Day, Throne Day, Christmas, Eid al-Fitr, Eid Mawlid, Emil Shil Festival, Valentine's Day, Labor Day, Halloween, Eid al-Adha. So these are some, celebrations. Try to classify them here. Okay, let's start with religious celebrations like Ramadan. Religious celebrations. Here we have Ramadan, we have Eid al-Fitr, Eid Mawlid, and Eid al-Adha. That's good. So here we have religious days. Now what about national days? National days, we have Independence Day, the Green March, and Throne Day. Great. Now for local celebrations, we have Gnawa Music Festival and Festival of Roses. So these are local celebrations. Gnawa Music Festival is celebrated in Sawira, although it is now considered a cultural event. So when people from all over the world come and visit that festival, okay, but it is a local one in Morocco. Festival of Roses is also a local celebration. Now, international celebrations are Mother's Day, International Women's Day, Valentine's Day, and Labor Day. For Western celebrations, we have Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Halloween. So these are some celebrations, some different types of celebrations. Now let's move to some ways people celebrate. Now in Morocco, when people celebrate national days like the Throne Day, Independence Day, and the Green March, so they celebrate by different means. For example, by means of parades. So parade is the first picture here. Parades, groups of soldiers or military forces who demonstrate some art, some music, etc., some dancing. So these are parades. So we can also celebrate by means of fireworks. The second picture here, fireworks. And the king gives a speech to his people. Now for religious celebrations and events, for example in Eid al-Adha and Eid al-Fitr, so people go outside their houses to perform an outdoor prayer. So it's an action, or it's a way, or it's a means to celebrate. It's one way to celebrate this event. In Eid al-Adha again, so people slaughter the sheep, and this is a way to celebrate this event, and it's a way to thank Allah for the many different good things we have in our lives. Now another exercise. So here you have four celebrations. Here we have Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, religious celebrations, and here the Green Mass and Independence Day, national celebrations. Now what you are going to do is to match the celebration with the exact date on which it is celebrated, and some ways or some traditions we have in our country that we use to celebrate. Let me give you an example. For example, Eid al-Fitr. So Eid al-Fitr is celebrated on Shawwal the 1st each year. And some ways we celebrate Eid al-Fitr is by means of outdoor prayer in the morning. So we go outside the house to pray with our sisters, brothers, mothers and fathers. So greeting and visiting each other. So we have to greet and visit each other. And paying the zakat to the poor by donation. So we donate. And also by buying new clothes to children. So parents buy new clothes to their children. Now what about Eid al-Adha? Now can you stop the video and think about this exercise? Okay, Eid al-Adha is celebrated on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah each year. And the traditions we have on this day are outdoor prayer in the morning. Families slaughter the sheep. You have seen the picture. We slaughter the sheep. And greeting and visiting each other. Now for the Green March and Independence Day, so the Green March, we celebrate this event on the 6th of November. And we celebrate it by means of parade and fireworks, plus the king gives a speech. For the Independence Day, we celebrate it on November 18th by means of parades and fireworks, plus the king gives a speech. Now let's move to some useful sentences that you can use to express these means or these traditions that people use to celebrate these events. Now in Ramadan, for example, Muslims fast, pray and recite the Quran. So in Ramadan, Muslims fast, pray and recite the Quran. On Eid al-Fitr, Muslims go to an open air place to perform an outdoor prayer. Before they pray, they have to donate, so give zakat, donation. Now on the day of Eid al-Adha, Muslims wear traditional clothes, go to the mosque early in the morning. They also visit their relatives. And the last one, on International Women's Day, man salutes women, which means they are proud of them for their achievements, honor and thank them. So these are some ways so people celebrate these different events. Now, the last exercise we have here is a writing exercise, a writing task. I'd like you to write an email to a friend in another country. For example, if you have friends from America, from France or other countries, now try to write an email where you inform them and you tell them about some national celebrations, some national events we have in Morocco and how we celebrate them. So for example, you can choose the Independence Day, Throne Day and the Green March, and you talk about them. For example, when do we celebrate them and how do we celebrate them? Now please remember the format of the email, the format. So we have already talked about the format of an email in the previous unit 6. We saw how to write an email, a good email. So try to stick to the format in order to do this exercise. Okay, thank you so much and see you in the next video.